Shalom Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of His Word. And family, I just want to thank each and every last one of you. Thank you and welcome back right here to Friday Night Sabbath. And of course, y'all know I had some personal business that I had to deal with last week. So I just want to go ahead and tell everybody thank you and I missed y'all. And before we get into this, family, before we get into this here, please, I would like for each and every last one of you to go and check out our brother Warlike and Glorious on Instagram. Now, a lot of you have reached out to me and said, hey, where can I get Israelite clothing, accessories, and all that stuff? And this is the place to do it. So it is Warlike and Glorious on Instagram. And please go check our brother out. And I'm telling y'all right now, you're going to find some really good things on there. All right. Now, family. Let's go ahead and jump into this here tonight. What are we going to be talking about, family? What is the topic for tonight? Well, I got something for you. Not only tonight, but it's also going to carry over into next week as well. Because we have to talk about judgment. Yes, family, judgment. And there has been so many different things that I have run across in regards to judgment. And I'm looking like, what the hell are people talking about? But let me tell you why we're really doing this here tonight. I have heard from our very own people that are in the truth, that's still a little confused. There's one word that I keep hearing about, one word. And I'm like, this has got to stop. And it's what brought this lesson to be what it is. You know what that word is? Demons. Demons. And I got to tell y'all right now, on the demonic part of all this, we're going to handle more of that next week. But tonight, we're going to be reading from Matthew 25. And let me tell you why I want to deal with this whole demon thing. Because first and foremost, there will be no demon judge with you. No demon, no foul spirit, none of that stuff. None of it. But like I said, we're going to get a lot into that next week. But I want everyone to understand something when it comes to the term demon. The scriptures do not say the term demon one time. So that is something that you need to remove from your vocabulary in regards to the truth and in regards to the scriptures. There is no demon in the scriptures, okay? Now, there are some spirits that have names, but the Bible does not call them demons. The Bible has two types of spiritual forms, either angels or spirits. That's what we deal with, okay? But like I said, a lot of that next week. What we are going to focus on here tonight is judgment for you. All right, so family, please open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. Let me get a drink before we start. And again, we're going to be reading from Matthew 25. Now, in Matthew 25, all of this comes from our big brother Yahawashi. And Yahawashi had a way that he spoke when he talked to people. You see, he was very methodical in his thinking. And he said, in order for people to understand what I'm saying, I'm going to break it down to them. Now, either some will get it and apply, or others just won't get it at all, and they'll just be completely dumbfounded. And this is why he spoke in parables. So that's what we're going to be reading here tonight. So again, family, please open the Bibles to Matthew 25. We're going to read the whole thing all the way down. All right, Matthew 25, verse 1. Here we go. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. So there's a little meat on that bone. Now, you hear the term virgins, and people automatically, you go where? You go right to sex. This has nothing to do with sex. This has to do with young ladies. That's all it means. That's all a virgin means. It means maiden. It means a young woman. That's all it means. And during this time, you know that you would have the young women that would carry things to task. So this is why it's referencing them. Not only that, but also because we are the bridegroom of Christ. So we're represented as the woman. It doesn't mean that we are effeminate or anything like that. It does not mean that. It just means it's the representation. We are the wife and Christ is the bridegroom, okay? I'm going to read this one more time. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, so it gives us a number, and you'll see why here in a second, which took their lamps. Now, any time that the scripture refers to a lamp in regards to the Israelites, we are the light of the world. The light. So this is representing us. All right? And went forth to meet the bridegroom, who was Christ. Verse 2. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. So we have the wise on this hand and the foolish on this one. So it's equally divided. 5 and 5 equals those 10 virgins. Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So what does this oil represent? This oil represents the word. It represents power. It represents strength. 5 of them did not take it. Verse 4. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. So here you have the 5 wise. And I'm going to be breaking this down. So if there's any of you that are like, this dude talk too much, because I get that a lot. Say, he talked too much, go away. The reason why I talk so much, first and foremost, I'm teaching a lesson. And secondly, I break things down. So if you don't like it, go away to somebody else that will just read the scriptures to you and give no explanation. There it is. So you have the 5 wise on this side. They actually have oil. And then you have the 5 foolish over here that didn't take any with them at all. Verse 5. While the bridegroom tarried, meaning stayed where he was. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And you notice it says all of them, right? Verse 6. And at midnight, there was a cry made. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. So now, we got to set this up. I want to make it very visual for you. So now here you have the 5 wise asleep. The 5 foolish asleep. Now the announcement came in. The bridegroom is here. So now he's here. So what happens? Oh, whoop, they're up. Whoop, they're up. So now everybody is at attention. So as we go through this here, some of you already put it together what this is referencing, okay? But we're going to get to it. All right, so I'm going to read that one more time. And at midnight, like a thief in the night, there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. So now it's sending them out to go meet the bridegroom. This is talking about Christ. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. They were preparing their lamps to shed light. What is light used for? It is to be seen. You'll get it. Verse 8. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. So do y'all understand what this is now if y'all starting to piece this together? You have the wise and you have the foolish. The wise are us in this truth. The wise are us. That oil is the word. The oil is going to come through us because remember, we are the light. And with us being the light, we teach. We teach our brothers and we teach our sisters within Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who they are. We teach them the commandments, the days, the high holy days, and all those things. Then you have the foolish. This represents all of those that heard the truth or just ignored the truth. There's no oil in them. There's no word in them. There is no oil for that wick to soak up so that when you go to light their candle, you go to light their wick, nothing's going to happen. Nothing. But on this hand, it's already lit and already burning. And it's producing light. All right, let's continue. Verse 8. Watch this. Well, watch what they say. No, verse 9, excuse me. But The wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. So now the wise is saying, hold on a second, wait. Do y'all remember when we was telling all of y'all about this word? Do you remember when we were telling you that the time was going to come when Yahawashi was going to return, and when he did, he was coming for blood? Y'all remember all that? Do you remember when we told y'all that and y'all didn't want to listen? You see, this equates to when you are out there, you in this truth, and you're trying to tell your family, you're trying to tell your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, uncles, friends, nephews, all of this stuff. You try to tell them, and what do? I don't want to hear that. Come on now with all that. Now, I'll get to the truth when I'm ready. I have time. I want to read this for myself. I want to figure things out all by myself. There's nothing that you can show me in that truth, because I'm going to listen to Christianity, or I'm going to listen to Islam, or I'm going to listen to Harsh Krishna. I'm going to listen to something other than your black ass continuing to tell me about this truth, and that Yahawashi is black and God is black and the Israelites are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to stay over here in the world where I'm comfortable. I want to stay comfortable. Leave me alone. That's the foolish. That's them right there. How many of you have encountered that person or people? I do on a daily basis. And you know what I do? All right. Verse 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Now, as we know in the scriptures, there's a precursor to that, a very, very similar story. Who can tell me exactly what that story is? When that door closed, boom! Y'all remember the story of Noah and the ark? And remember what they were doing to Noah? Like, oh, nigga, you crazy. What you building this for? Why are you building this, Noah? For what? What reason? You idiot. The water comes from down there, stupid. And Noah's trying to tell him, nah, the rain is coming from above. Y'all better be ready. And how many people ended up on that ark? 8. 8 people. Very, very small minimal number. And what were they doing? Boom, boom, boom. Noah, let us in. Nope. And you had your chance. And when you had the chance, you didn't take it. And now it is too late. So for many of our Israelite brothers and sisters out there, how many are going to be late? The Bible gives us the answer. 2/3 of our people are going to be late. No, thank you. All right. Verse 11. Afterward came also the other version, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily. And you know what verily means? It means truth. Verily, truthfully, I say unto you, I know you not. Now, can many of you imagine on that day hearing those words coming from Yahawashi? Here it is, that sky cracks. All of these spiritual things are now happening on earth. Everything that we are going to see, all of these horrible, ferocious events that are going to take place. And here you are running to Yahawashi, running to the disciples, running to the prophets. And what do they say? I don't know you. I don't give a damn what anybody say. That is not something that I ever want to hear. Those are the words of doom. To hear Yahawashi say, nigga, I don't know you. I've never known you. That's going to be all of the Christian churches. All of them. All right. Verse 13. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. I need y'all to understand that, because Christianity has removed the power from that. They really, really have with their nonsense. Yahawashi said, nobody is going to know the day nor the hour. That's why when you are watching these videos, because I know a lot of y'all are still out there watching these other videos and stuff, but when you hear these Judgment Day, the Doom Patrol is what I call them, right? And what they always say, oh, we know the time is happening. It's coming soon. Oh, there's a sign. It's going to happen. It's going to be here. It's going to be, as a matter of fact, it's going to be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I know many of y'all heard that already. Now, Yahawashi already told us what the signs were going to be, and all of those signs are lighting up all over the place. But he said, you don't know when it's going to be. That fast. Bow! Catching you off guard. Like a sucker punch. Somebody's come up and running and beep, right in the back of your damn noggin. And all you can do is either be prepared or be unprepared. There's no gray. None. Either you're living righteously or you're living unrighteously and you're living sinfully. You got to make up your mind about which one it is, because that fast, in a quick blinking of an eye, that fast, that's when it's coming. When the boom occurs, where will you be? All right, I'm going to read 13 one more time. Watch, therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. And that means everybody. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. Now, this is where it gets so dope. I love the way Yahawashi breaks things down when he says it like this. Now it's getting into those parables. And when you read the parables, you're like, there's no way that I cannot understand this. Or should I rather say, I think I said that wrong. There is no way that I cannot not understand this, because he makes it very plain and very, very simple. Okay, verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. So now, this is what Yahawashi is explaining. Yahawashi is saying, now, for one, everybody is not going to get the same measure of talents. There's this person that was created that's able to handle 5 talents. There's this person who's able to handle 2 talents, and then there's this person who's only able to handle 1. Remember, we all were created differently. We were all given different things, but we were all given a talent. As you see, he took it from the extreme number, which is 5, to 2, to the mediocre 1. Everybody should be playing their part. All right, verse 16. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. So now that represents you, hopefully you. Where you go, and you going out there and you are talking to our brothers and sisters and you bring them into the truth, and then that person gets knowledge and then they start rapping to you. You see what I'm saying? So for instance, right, let's take King Yada and Queen Carly. Let's take them, right? Here you have these two with their musical ministry. And we know that musical ministry exists, for one, an entire book of Psalms. So not only, now let's use King Yada here for a second. So not only is this man one of the Most High's musicians, and a dope one at that, but he also brings out the scriptures nearly every Sabbath. Then we have Queen Carly. Now here Queen Carly come with that banging ass music. And I also know that she speaks to our sisters and continues and teaches them things. This is what the Father is talking about. And we all have it. So now I ask the question. I ask you this. For our brothers and sisters out there who are talented, that's not using their talents, you're in trouble. Because that talent that the Most High gave you, you're supposed to be using that to bring people into the truth. Whether it be fashion, poetry, whatever it is, you have talents and you have to use them because the Father gave you that so that your light, you can burn your wick and people can see your light. Let that sink in for a little bit. All right. Verse 17. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. How is he gaining this talent? How is this happening? Because he's out there and he's communicating with other commandment keepers and also those who are not keeping the commandments, but he's using his talents to bring them in. All of those talents. Just roping them in, roping them in, roping them in. You see, that's what we have to do. That is what we must do. And remember, I said this because we're going to really pick up on this next week. This is what you will be judged on. And I'm going to say that again. You are going to be judged on your works, on that talent that the Father gave you. So I'm telling you, do not let this lesson slip by you. Hopefully you're hearing everything that I'm saying and you know that I'm telling the truth. Okay, let's continue. Verse 18. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliveredest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. So you gave me 5 talents, Lord. But now I went ahead and incorporated 5 more. So instead of giving you back what you've already given me, I'm giving you this with interest. I am giving you something that has accrued on top of what you've already given me. You've given me these blessings. Father, thank you. Lord, thank you. And here is my return for what you have given me. So the servant that had 5 talents did not come empty-handed at all. He came with interest. All right. Now the next one. Verse 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, son, well done. Thou good and faithful servant. That is the quote right there that we should all be striving to hear when we go stand for judgment. Well done, good and faithful servant. Well done, son. Well done, daughter. I'm read it again, verse 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. So I'm not sure if y'all picked up on that, what he just said here. What does the Most High have for us? The Most High said, first of all, I gave you just this little bit here. And you have shown me that you are able to, number one, deal with it. You are cooperative and you are certainly a go-getter. And not only did you go get some, you got interest. So I'm going to make you ruler over many. Let's stop for a second now. Let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to make you ruler over many things. Who are you going to be ruling over? Come on, family. This is not hard. Right here out of Yahawashi's mouth, what is he telling you? That you will be a ruler, because remember, we will hold the scepter with him. We will be the ones in rulership. And here he is breaking it down. But what was the stipulation? You got to use your talents. Let's continue. Verse 22. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. So here it is, the one that received the 2. I come to you, Lord, with interest. What you have given me, I have taken, I have accrued, and I bring you interest. Thank you, Father, for giving me this blessing. Verse 23. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Enter into the joy. Let's focus on that for a second. The Father said, go ahead, come on now. Now, where are you entering? What are you entering? You are entering New Jerusalem. You are entering into that big space of 12 gates where there's angels in front of each gate to make sure that nobody else gets in. That part of the kingdom that nobody's able to. The only place where the Israelites are able to go that nobody else is able to. Because you got to remember, there's going to be two places. You have New Jerusalem, and then you still have the rest of the world. So that is for us. New Jerusalem is for us. Ain't nobody else getting in there. But outside, there will still be people. There will still be the other nations, and we will be ruling over them. But how? What's the stipulation? What is the stipulation, family? The stipulation is you got to use your talents. You got to do the work in order to get into that kingdom. Now let's find out what happens when you don't. Verse 24. Then he, which had received the 1 talent, came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid. Stop right there. Now, there's some of you that's like, you know what? I just can't go up and talk to people like that. You know, I'm afraid of my father. I'm afraid of my mother. I'm afraid of what they're going to say. I'm afraid that I'm going to be ostracized. I'm afraid that nobody's going to want to talk to me. I am afraid. I am intimidated to bring out this truth. I'm intimidated to bring out this word to my people. I am afraid to go up to a Mexican and tell them that they are the children of Israel. Why? Because they're going to look at me like I'm damn crazy. I am afraid to look at a Native American and tell them who they are because they're going to like, wait a second. No. This totem pole is what I serve. Let that sink in, family, for a second. I'm scared, Master. I can't do it, Master. No. Let's see what happens. I'm going to read this one more time. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. So in other words, if you're not familiar, Father, you gave me this talent, but I ain't using shit. Yeah, I got this talent. I'm a rap and call my sisters bitches. I'm a rap and tell the world to focus on money. That's what I'm going to do. Or, you know what? I'm a seamstress and a badass seamstress at that, but I'm going to make whole clothes. That's right. I'm going to make too hot for thought. That's what I'm going to do. I don't give a damn about the talent that you gave me to represent you, Father. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. So what did the Father say? What did Yahawashi say? He said, you dug into the earth and took your talent and buried it where nobody could see it. Remember we talked about the oil earlier today? And what is that oil for? That oil is for the light. Just like Christ told us before. He said, how can you be the light and then you take a lampshade and put it over you? That doesn't make any sense. Stupid. For those of you that have talent and don't use it, it's stupid. So let's see what happens for not using your talent. Let's see what happens. Verse 27. Wait, as a matter of fact, did we read? No. Verse 26. My bad. Let's continue. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchanges, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. So he said, hold on a second, whoa. So you mean to tell me that I would have not gave you this talent, and you took your talent and you buried it, and then now that I'm back, you know how I am, and now that I'm back, you're going to take that which you dug up. It's dirty, it's filthy, you didn't use it, unused, and then you're going to take it and try to give it back to me with taxes? Nigga, you crazy? Are you out your rabbit ass mind? What's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you? Let's see what happens. Verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. So stop. Many of us have run into this here before. You know when you were able to do something, right? You were able to do it and everybody was dependent on you to do something because they knew that you had that talent to do it. But you, for whatever reason, you got an attitude. I don't want to do it. No. Nuh-uh. So the person says, all right, you know what? I'm going to go deal with somebody else. And then they go deal with somebody else and somebody does it and everybody's giving them the praise. But yet you know that you could have done it better. And you know that that person there that had the 10 talents, now you mad at them. What you mad at them for? You mad and got an attitude with them. Because something was given to you to do, but you didn't want to do it. So it was given to somebody else. They did it. But now you know in your core, you know in the fiber in your body that they couldn't do it better than you. But now it's too late because that person received the accolade because the Father took the opportunity from you and gave it to them. Slothful, wicked. Do you see how the Father, how he tells you about being slothful, not doing no damn work? He said you're wicked. Wicked! And we all know what happens to the wicked. Oh, we're about to find out. Watch this. Watch this. Verse 29. I'm going to read that one more time. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he was... I did not read that. Hold on a second. Let me double check and make sure. Okay, yeah, it is 29. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that I'm not skipping any verses. Don't be laughing at me. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. So he said, you're going to lose what you got. If you don't use it, you lose it. Now, how many of you have heard that on your job when it came to your vacation days? What they tell you? If you don't use it, you lose it. And what do? You make sure you use it. Now, how come we can do that for the secular world, but we can't do that for the Most High? It's a damn shame. No wonder why he's pissed. Verse 30. And cast ye the unprofitable. Stop for a second. The unprofitable. Do you see how the Father looks at us? Either profit, Profit, meaning an abundance and accruance of things versus the unprofitable. Either you made money or you didn't. Okay? Either you're in the black or you're in the red for those financial people that know what I'm talking about. One more time, let's read that. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. The Father said, if you are slothful and you don't work, you don't do according to your works, the way he told us that we have to do, there's punishment coming. Cast into outer darkness. Now, remember when he said that you took your talent and you buried it in the earth? He said that you're going to get that very same thing. Where you buried your talent and exactly where you'll be. Remember when he said that there's no oil burning for the fools over here, the 5 fools? So if there's no oil and there's no light, what does that leave? It leaves darkness. Complete, utter darkness. And the weeping, the crying. A weep, see now, a weep and a cry are entirely two different things. A person can cry, where they have, the tears coming out the eye, a little bit of snot, And then you have the weeping. Wah! Wah! You have that. You have that going on. On top of the gnashing of teeth, the pain that comes along with it. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good, sir. I would much rather, I'm going to read that one more time too, but I would much rather be an obedient son and thinking I'm doing something than to do absolutely nothing and have to deal with that. No, thank you. I'm going to read 30 one more time.
And he shall
shut up. I ain't say you. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And y'all know exactly what that is. When the boom occurs, boom, when that sky crack, and he's coming with his army, and that army are the chariots, the angels, baby, and they are coming to destroy the 2/3. They are coming to destroy the remnant of Esau. All of them, remember, there's going to be just a little bit of them left to have to carry out 1,000 years of hard bondage slavery. And then you have all of the other nations all the ones that he decides that he wants to kill and destroy, and then the ones that he leave. Why? We just read it. Because what happens when you use your talents? He will make you rulers over many. So those individuals have to be ruled. And you're the ruler if you do what he tells you to do. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations. Now, here we go now. Here it is. For all of these idiotic, stupid Christians that want to say that everybody can all get together. Let's see exactly what Yahawashi is going to do when he gets here. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate. Separate. Not come together. Separate. Not unite. Separate. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. So here it is. Yahawashi said, okay, all of those that have their lights on, you, brothers, go get them, bring them to the chariots, make sure they're safe. Everybody else, kill them, punish them, destroy them. That's what's coming. And nobody want to believe it either, but that's what's coming. Verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. So Yahawashi is coming to gather those of us that are keeping the commandments. That is your key to the city. You have to keep the commandments of the Most High God of Israel. If you don't, you are going to be with the goats. You're gonna burn. Watch this. Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father. Stop. You see, the Father put that on you. The Father blessed you, and Christ is just confirming it. So right now, for those of you that are keeping the commandments, those of us that are keeping the commandments, we're blessed. Blessed. I'm going to read that one more time. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. This has already been predetermined. This has already been predestined. Do you think for 1 second that you are keeping the commandments because it's on your own accord? No. Many were called, but few were chosen. And there are some of us that are just chosen. That the Most High said, I'm going to use you. You can't get around that. He said, I'm going to use you. And then there are some that were called, that answered the call. And then there were those who were rejected. All praises to the Most High. And it was done from the foundation of the earth. From the very, very beginning. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. How were we strangers? Because we followed the world. That's how. And the Father went ahead and tapped that shoulder like, you mine. Come on, let's go. Some of us, instantly it went off. Some had to be convinced, and others are just ignoring it altogether. You will find them in fire. Verse 36. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when we saw thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink, when saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee, or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Now that's heavy. That is an extremely heavy statement. The Father should be, Yahawashi is like, yo, listen, if you've done all of that for them, yo, you've also done that for me. How much more props could you possibly get? Now remember, that's for the righteous now. Now let's see what happens to the slothful and wicked. Let's see. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. No, thank you. Can you imagine you sitting there and you are waiting for judgment and Christ said, get the hell out of my face. Get out of my face. That right there, you see that fire? That fire wasn't even for you. It wasn't even for you. It was for the devil and his angels. That's who that's for. It was never for you. But since you want to follow them, you get your black ass in there right along with them. No, thank you. And not only that, but being that you had the opportunity to avoid that and you still went there. No, thank you. No, sir. No. No. I'm going to read that one more time. Then shall he say also, let me start that again. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. And that's the part right there that I want y'all to really focus on. Who this was prepared for. So when there are those that's in that fire, that's something that they have to think about. That fire was never for me in the first place. It was for the devil and his angels according to the word. But all of a sudden, for some reason, my ass is in here with them. And I'll never get out. Never. Pain, torture. Remember how the Father told us, he said he was going to torture us with our own imagination? So everything that you fear, everything that you've ever feared in your life, you're going to be in that outer darkness, in that fire, burning forever with your own imagination, tearing your ass up for eternity. No, thank you. No. Verse 42. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. What is he talking about right here? Is that talking about literal food? No, he's talking about this word. Those of our people out there that's hungry for this word. Remember, there's getting ready to be a famine when it comes to this word. I don't think y'all realize how close we are to that. That a literal famine, because they are going to ban the Bible. They're going to ban people like me that's bringing this word out, that's bringing out this truth. Saying, shut them niggas down, shut them up, kill them, whatever you got to do, get rid of them. That's coming fast. And here you are with all of the freedom in the world to speak, and you didn't. There's going to be judgment for that. Verse 43. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. What prison? What are you talking about? Right here. This prison right here, this mind of yours. And how it has been absolutely corrupted. By Christianity, by false religions, by just general life itself. And you did nothing. Nothing at all. You didn't talk to anybody. You did nothing. You could have freed that person from their prison, but you chose to be silent. Verse 44. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily, I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did not to one of the least of these, ye did it not unto me. And these, I'm going to read this now. Let this stick in your mind all night. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. So there's only two lines. The one for eternal life of righteousness and the one for eternal punishment. Eternal punishment. They can have that. They can straight up have that eternal punishment. No, thank you. I want the eternal life side. I'll be over here. And all I have to do is bring the word out to our people and keep the commandments and teach our people to keep the commandments straight up. Okay, that's easy enough. Remember when the Father said, he said, my laws are not grievous. He said, my laws are not hard to do. Do them. And just to think, the ratio of the number, the majority of people are going to die. Our people, 2/3 of the Israelites are going to die. And you know why? You know why for some of them? So many of them. Now, hold on a second. As a matter of fact, Father, thank you. Just watch this. Hold on a second. I want you to go to Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 8. Let's go here real quick. Because a lot of y'all take this as a joke. You take it as a joke. I want to show you something here. I want to show you this here. And this is in regards to the dress code. For those of you who feel that you do not have to wear fringes anymore because now the fringes are on your heart. I've heard so many people say that. When the Father told us when it comes to our fringes that we have to wear them throughout your generations, right? Watch this. Hold on. Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice. This is talking exactly what Christ was talking about. The day of the Lord's sacrifice, that end time, that I will punish. There's that word, that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. That means being out of the dress code that the Most High gave us, meaning that sisters wearing pants and our brothers wearing skirts, dresses, and all these things that we're not supposed to be wearing. We cannot wear women's garments and women cannot wear men's garments. And not only that, but you also have to have your fringes on your garments, just like Numbers chapter 15, verse 38 tells us, and Deuteronomy 22:12. But there's that word again, punish, because some people have read that and be like, oh, I'm not going to get killed. I'm just going to receive a punishment. So now let's go back real quick. Go back to Matthew chapter 25 and go down to verse 40. The 46. Go down to verse 46. Listen to what it said. Now remember, punishment, 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 punishment. What it said in Zephaniah 1:8. Watch this. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. So when you are not rocking your fringes, when you're not wearing them, because you decided that you don't want to, because you don't want to be holy. You don't want to stand out amongst the crowd. You don't want people knowing that you're an Israelite, right? So being that you won't wear your fringes, or for a lot of you sisters, you decide that you choose not to wear dresses or skirts as the Father told you to, you're going to die. You are going to die. You will be cast out in that everlasting fire, that outer darkness of the weeping and gnashing of teeth. Don't say nobody didn't tell you, because I did. Don't say you weren't told. You're going to die. This is not a joke. That dress code is not a joke at all. And for you brothers who may still, you know what I'm saying, you may be wearing pants and stuff like that, but you have niggas wearing high heels around the house. You have niggas that dress in drag and go out. You wearing panties and all that, stockings. Oh yeah, your ass is done. You better stop. You better put some damn drawers on, nigga. You better put on some man drawers and stop dressing up like a damn female. If not, that outer darkness is for you. And family, we're going to stop it there. We're going to stop it there until next week, because we're going to get a lot deeper next week. But I wanted to bring this one out here so that you can actually see what Yahawashi is talking about, and you see that this man is not a joke. He is not a joke at all. He is coming to bring blood, pain, and torture to those who don't keep the commandments. And the only thing that I can say is that I told you. I told you and I showed you. All I can do is give you the information. What you do with that information is completely up to you. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going to strongly encourage you. I'm going to root for you. I will be your biggest cheerleader in bringing out these commandments and getting you to keep them. But if you refuse, I want nothing to do with you. Not a damn thing. You do what you want to do. You want to be out there bringing false doctrine? You do that by yourself. You want to be out there telling our people that the things that the Father told us that we have to do, and you say we no longer have to do those things? Keep it there with you. Don't bring it here. The Father didn't play no games. He told us exactly what was going to go down, and here we are. Okay? So family, like I said, we're going to stop it there, and we're going to pick this back up next week. So as y'all already know, at this time, yeah, we done. Until next week. And before we get there, I want y'all to love your families. Get out there. You just read what it said. Teach. If you haven't started, tonight's the night. And even if you choose not to do it tonight, you do it tomorrow. But you got to start somewhere. All right? So family, love one another, hug one another, embrace one another, yo, for real. We are all we have. That's it. And I mean that. Those of us in the truth, it's just us. Okay? So family, I love y'all. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful Sabbath. And if there's anything that y'all need, y'all already know, y'all can already reach out to me on Instagram. For those of you that have already done it, you know I will respond back. All right, I believe in that. I believe if I'm teaching, I should be able to speak to our people too. I don't think highly of myself or anything. I don't think I'm better than anyone either. If you reach out to me, I will reach back out to you. Now I'm gonna tell you this: don't come to me with no foolishness. Now, like don't be stupid. You know, because like I said, that'll get your ass cut off quick. Now, I will cut somebody off. If you come being stupid with me, I'm like, all right, that's the end of that. You know, I have absolutely no issue. I rather enjoy speaking to our people. But if you're going to come to me with BS, don't bother. All right, because I'm not for it. All right, so let me shut up. Let me start running my mouth. Y'all got things to do. It's the Sabbath. I want y'all to enjoy your Sabbath day. And we will meet right back here next week, Lord willing. And family, I love y'all. And until next time, I'm out.